and a criminal. Them a go like to them a general. Say the evil that they do, me say they never take blame for it. Straight propaganda and shit. Hey, now them still a tell me say them want more. After them take away everything and left we don't have to be more. Still a go like them want all. Politicians them a go like them a some greedy.
Yo, pull that one day up. Tweet out the blood clot room. What y'all deal with? Cro fam, let's go.
Rapper Babylon a criminal. Them a go like to them a general. Say the evil that they do, me say they never take blame for it. Straight propaganda and shit. Hey, now them still a tell me say them want more. After them take away everything and left we don't have to be more. Still a go like they want all. Politicians them a go like them a some greedy puppy dog. Still a tell me say they want more. After them take away everything and left we don't have to be more. Still a go like they want all. Man a ball, man a ball. Rastafari deliver we from this misery. Your children weep no more, but when you're poor and in a agony. From fire searching for blood, the crows them a search.
Yo, what a blood clot one. That was Luton Fire and Turbulence. Luton was right here on the vineyard yesterday. I told y'all, if you got a Thunder token and you dig those reggae vibes, get on the ferry and get over here, because Thunder Token was sponsoring its second reggae concert of the summer. And of course, it was a hit, like it is every time. Santi, our old friend, is up here. Murphy, the God, is up here.
Hey, good
And
morning,
it's
good
a
morning. How's everyone
Monday.
doing?
It's a fucking Monday. Santi, where you been, buddy?
Oh, I'm currently in the airport. I'm hopping on a flight right now. I saw you turn on, so I was like, oh, you know what? Let me hop in. Say hi.
This guy, he's a jet setter. Where you going, man?
It's a surprise, but you'll see tweets and everything about it in the next few hours. It's a surprise from Crows. That's all I can say.
Oh, shit. I know. And everybody's going to find out. Big things are going on with our friends from Crogecoin. Great stuff. Really, 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 really fucking cool stuff. Like, I wish I could talk about it. Damn you, man.
I know, dude. It was last minute. Like, they told me yesterday. They're like, oh, because we already have a representative going, and they're like, oh, you know what? You can use another one. I was like, hey, I'm free. What's going on? So I just caught a last minute flight, and I'm heading there now.
God bless you, man. We need. Yeah, well, Levi, if it wasn't for you, I'd be jumping on flights too, bro. Santi, get it in while you can, man. Get it in before these little buggers tie you down.
That's okay.
Are you tracking your package again?
What do you mean?
Bro, it'll be here. It'll be here.
Oh, it's still in.
What's up, Murphy? How you doing?
Hey, boss. Hey, Levi. You hold them delivery people speak to the fire, buddy.
This guy, he's got DHL and UPS on fucking speed dial.
Hey, shout out to DHL, man. They're the ones that delivered my nifty slabs, and their notification system has improved quite a bit over the years.
Yeah, DHL was all right.
They gave me they gave me like a little map, showed me where the truck was. Like, it's pretty cool.
See, FedEx doesn't show him the truck. They just
right.
tell him exactly where it is, and he likes tracking it very precisely. It's in transit. It's in Edgartown, which is on the vineyard.
That is a logistician in the making.
His Legos are 2 towns away.
It says that it's still in Connecticut.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you.
He'll make a good supervisor one day.
Bro, he's dragging them for lying right now, and I don't have time to explain to him that these corporations, they will lie to you, bro. They will lie to you with straight face.
Hey, I know you got an iPhone, but I think the Apple phone gives you less characters in the title, so it cuts. It's been cutting it off, right? So right now it's cut off at the L in jungle for me because I'm on an Android. So just
yeah, I see that every time Joe Q or someone sends a screenshot. It's a shame for our friends with Androids, but I will remind you, oh, they're not in the title, but Jim Kong's is still minting, and they are still sponsoring this show along with our friends from Crocy, our friends at Ebisu's Bay, and actually all the great projects that come through here and buy and stake Thunder and stuff like that. But Jim Kong's, man, you can get yourself an iPhone. They're giving one away in like 80 minutes.
Well, Alpha, I'm gonna have to hop off right now. I'm hopping on the airplane, but I wish you guys the best of luck, and I'll be taking a lot of pictures and videos. So stay tuned.
Please, yeah, please
Have a good
keep
trip,
us up
Santi.
to date.
So then I'd say it would be here
Safe
like
travels,
in
man.
10, 15 minutes.
10, 15 minutes. Nice try.
It's not that far away.
Yeah. 2 extra days for the vineyard.
Wait, really?
Yep. Martek, what's up?
Hey, morning, Alpha. How's everyone going in Coffee and Cro? Actually, I jumped up to say what's up to Santi. I ain't seen him in a minute, man. I was gonna, just wishing that he was.
Oh, that guy. He's
But yeah,
on the plane, man. That boy, I'm glad he checked in.
yeah, man. But just like, wishing you a good morning. Hope everyone had a good weekend and all that. What's going on, Murphy? Everyone in the Coffee and Cro. Churches
Am
in
I not hearing
session.
Marte?
What you say, bro?
Are you not hearing him?
No, I'll drop down. I'll be back.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Fucking Twitter.
Yeah, it was kind of bugging. I couldn't get in for a minute. But like, yeah, man, just
We
popped in
should
to say
talk
what's
markets
up.
though, because that's actually why I'm late. I was gonna start this thing up, and I went and checked the markets like I was just checking the markets, and bro, I had to make some moves, bro.
Bro, did you see
MMF was at 4 cents, but Gitcoin. That's why I always hold GTC. I always hold a couple of coins that like to move the opposite direction. You know what I'm saying? Like I hold Gitcoin, I hold Dogelon, and fucking Shiba took off too, man. So all three of those were up, and my other favorites were fucking tanking, dude. MMF bit hard, like 23%
Very interesting
down.
market. Very interesting.
Incredibly interesting. For people that are running around screaming MMF is dying, that shit is hilarious to me, bro.
Stop it. Yeah, just come
It's
on.
hilarious. I don't know if MMF is like actually
They're positioning. That's what they're
just
doing.
letting it go because it's just more publicity. But like the fudders are ridiculous, man.
Bro, shit pumped crazy yesterday, man. Like,
I will buy that shit. I bought it yesterday when it dipped. I'm buying it twice as hard today because it went down twice as far. I mean, Kronos is always going to be home base for MMF.
I can't blame you.
That doesn't
Really?
fucking change, dude.
I'm not second guessing you. I can't blame you. There's moves to be made.
Thank you, Brad. Voodoo, what's up, dude?
Morning, bud. Yeah, they 2x from yesterday. MMF did on Poly from like 48 cents, and now they're sitting over $1.
Yeah.
Wanted to, yeah. Well, did you catch my message yesterday about those crude apes?
Oh, he doesn't check messages or anything.
Yeah, well, you probably missed out on that. They minted out yesterday.
Fuck.
Yeah, they were because they had a sale for like 4 hours. That's why I hit you up. I was like, they're gonna be on sale for like 5 Cro
if
each.
Brad wasn't DMing me fucking yep over like honestly, man, I miss a lot of shit. Voodoo, I'm gonna pin you up top. I think they gave me 6
Stuff that doesn't even make sense. It's
I got 6
useless
pins
information.
now.
Yeah, they were on sale for 4 hours at 5 Cro each, and then they minted out. I ended up grabbing like 25 of them. So, one of the guys who's the community manager. Well, the community manager is actually in a Discord server with me, so he's the one that came in and gave us the scoop.
Where did he come from? And where did he get the scoop?
He's the community manager. He just got hired on as the community manager like a day or so ago. So he just came into our server. It was like, hey, they're gonna be on sale for like 4 hours at 5 Cro each. At the time, they were at 10 Cro, and I was like, for 5 Cro each, the concept is kind of decent. So he's taking the money from the that's raised and investing it into MMO and Poly, and you can track the wallet from the server. So, I mean, it looks like a halfway decent idea. There's a lot of holes in it. I'll be the first to admit it because it's nothing that you can't do for yourself, first of all. But my play on this was at 5 Cro each. If I can get this thing to like 2-3x and get the payment that I was going to get to MMO, that might outpace what I was going to be able to do by myself. So that's why I went ahead and got 25 of them and figure, okay, I'll sell them at 50 Cro each. And I would make enough money to have been more than if I had just taken that money and put it into MMO. That's the thought.
Yeah, it's like a hedge.
Yeah,
Voodoo.
exactly. Yes, sir.
Have you seen this new tool that's coming out for like trades? Like you trade like 1-to-1, either crypto or NFTs or bundles. Have you seen that?
It's called Cro Rare, and
we're not even supposed to be talking about it. So I'm just wondering if you've seen it because
I've seen it. We're actually testing.
I don't want to get in trouble.
You're not in trouble. It's going to be public soon enough. We're testing it this week. Hopefully by the end of the week we can bring in a bigger group and make it more public.
Don't say too much.
It's close.
It's pretty cool.
It's close, yeah. You can trade NFT for NFT, so you can trade like one meerkat.
That's enough. Stop right there. Don't even go into
Brad, let the man talk.
It's all coming out pretty soon. I'm part of the team that's actually pushing this project forward. So, you can do NFTs for, like, say I have a meerkat, I can trade it for like a boomer and 100 Cro and a zoo NFT. So you can combine NFTs and crypto on the trade.
This is going to make the chain so much safer.
But you're in so much trouble. You're in so much trouble.
Shut up, Brad. All those Discord trades that end up getting sniped by scammers, like that can
that's going to kill
disappear.
that market.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It's such a pain, and you got to talk to the guy and go back and forth.
It's all trustless, and the contract doesn't take possession of your NFT until you confirm it. So there's no type of escrow. It's basically peer-to-peer through a contract. So you don't have to trust anyone. The contract takes care of everything. If your NFTs stay in your wallet until you execute that trade. So it's a great system, and I'm really happy to stand behind them and help them push it out.
Yeah, the concept is great. I'm a big fan.
Dude, wasn't I asking Bach about that yesterday?
It's coming. It's close. It's coming, and it's close, buddy.
Just be patient. It's not here yet. Just keep your shorts on.
I like it.
Cool your jets, man. Rein it in. It's exciting.
Listen to Brad. What's up, Jay Crypto?
Not too much. I just heard you guys talking about Cro Rare, and I wanted to jump in and just say,
no, we weren't talking about Cro Rare. You did not. No, check the tapes. There was no discussion about Cro Rare. We're not talking about Cro Rare.
Oh God, Brad, hold on a second. I gotta boot you, but only because you're confusing my daughter. My daughter just stopped. I had to mute myself because my daughter wanted to ask me something. I was like, "What, babe?" She said, "Why did you just tell everybody to listen to Brad?" It's really throwing her. So,
for the first time.
Shut up, Brad. Back to basics. How we doing, Murph?
We're good, boss. We're good. We got a lot of stuff going on. We had a lot of work this weekend.
So much.
A lot of discussions, a lot of phone calls. It's good shit, right? Good stuff.
It's almost feeling like too much. Like this morning, oh my God, between talking to Comet and now talking to Voodoo, I'm almost feeling like there's too much going on, man. I'm feeling overwhelmed.
It's only Monday, buddy.
Yeah, but don't sweat that at
Monday,
all.
And
anything
MMF
you feel
is at 4 cents.
Anything you feel overwhelmed with, you just hit me with something and I'll take it off your shoulders.
I fucking love this guy. What's up, Yogi?
What's up, babe? Hey, somebody explain to me what happened yesterday with
with MM Finance. What kind of attack was that? What
That's a
what is that?
DDoS.
That was not an attack. That was them paying their damn server bill.
Oh, that's not. Come on. I thought like we were ragging on them like that at first, and then some people that are smarter than me, who looked into it. So I can't say this like I looked into it, but what they told me is it was a pretty serious DDoS. Like I'm reading conspiracy type shit now. Like it couldn't have just been a couple of hackers. Like it was a coordinated attack on MMF.
Yeah, it's a front end attack. So basically, what happens is, so the website is hosted on a server, and that server only allows so much bandwidth. So what an attacker will do is create like thousands or tens of thousands of bots that all go to the site at once. And what that ends up doing is a front end attack. It crashes the site because it's just overwhelmed, right? Now you can solve that by going to the server provider and increasing the bandwidth, or just resetting and closing off specific ports, whatever ports that the attacker was using, that kind of stuff, if you can figure out exactly where they were coming from. But these are like, this is old school technique that has been around forever at Web 2. This is how you crash servers, but they should have tested for this kind of stuff.
It's like it's like swatting. You know, it's like how like YouTubers get swatted and web servers get DDoSed. They've been getting DDoSed forever. Is it? Let me look it up. Yep, distributed denial of service, DDoS. So flooding the server with requests until it can't take anymore, and then it shuts down. But we tried to tell everybody yesterday about the backup sites that they had them up pretty quick.
Yeah, I saw the backup sites, and I appreciate. I think I even told Joe Q that you had posted it in the Jungle Discord for him to go look for it. Now I was just wondering. So nothing. So basically, they was just jealous and wanted to crash their site. That's all it was.
Yeah, that's how I would see it. Yeah, like a jealousy thing for sure. Cause like it's a it's crabs in a barrel at its worst, right? It's like, look at these guys, look how big they're getting. Let's give them a taste of fucking what it's like to drink from a fire hose, you know?
I mean, it's not the first time that we've seen that happen to MMF. I got caught up in the last front end hack where they.
Hey, so I'd like to
The
take this
last one was worse, right? The last one was an actual
intercept of funds. I got intercepted, but I mean, say what you will about MMF, but mad respect that they got to hit everybody back for that, because it is DeFi. I mean, they didn't have to do that, so it was a very interesting play by them when that happened. I mean, I won't lie, I shit myself when that money disappeared, and it was really refreshing that they hit me back, man.
Yeah, and that was a big hit for MMF to take and keep going, because the hackers made off with a good amount of money, and that was money that was taken from individuals that were trading on what they thought was MMF's front end, but was a fake front end that was just taking the crow from every transaction and not giving them anything back. And what MMF did was pay out from their own funds everybody that got affected. So that was a big hit to their protocol owned liquidity, you know, and for them to still be this successful, I've always looked back on that as a turning point for MMF.
That's why I laugh at the fudders that say that MMF is leaving Kronos. Like this is like such a huge money bag of the transactions that the amount of money these people make every day just from their decks. Why are you going to walk away from that? That makes no sense in my mind.
Right,
because
like everybody's fixated
on
the first number.
Well, the thing is, the tokens are almost all out, so the APR is going to keep going down. So it's going to get to a point that they're not going to be able to give any APR.
But we should be excited about this, Zeus, right? Instead of like everybody being anxious about it, the fact that emissions are getting to the point on Chronos where they can't be what they used to be, that's a good sign. That's a sign that we've been here
Volume.
farming
Yeah.
it the whole time. Like, stack these fucking bags of MMF. I don't know how to say it nicely. There's a reason that I'm buying it on the CDC app. There's a reason there's daily trading limits on the CDC app. There's not a lot of MMF on Chronos to go around. We acted like there was, and now there isn't. So fucking buy it and hold it on the DeFi side, because MMF isn't going anywhere.
No, they're completely community based. I mean, say what you like. Some people have their feelings about them, but it's good for them to go cross chain. They're just generating more trading fees and more TVL and their different protocols. And as long as they continue to look after their Kronos family, which in my mind, I don't think that it's going to get forgotten. I mean, it's just beneficial for everybody here as well as the other blockchains as we push forward. And
definitely.
And I think it's great that they've really bridged that gap, because I mean, I've been in, I've done BSC and a few other things, but I've never touched Polygon, and the bridge and getting into MMF Poly has pushed me to expand my horizons in crypto. And I feel as if there's probably a lot of other investors that have done the same thing and feel the same way. It's a whole new world to check out. And no less love for Kronos, but it's good for people in here that are solely investing on Kronos to diversify and get out there and see what the crypto world has to offer.
1000%, man. That was perfectly said. And like, Murph, you go.
So everybody just needs to take 3 deep breaths. The difference between being on Kronos and being on Polygon is like, what, 2 clicks? So, expanding
what
to
did
another.
It used to be, Murph? This is the important
Oh
part.
yeah, there you go. What did it used to be?
It was fucking impossible. That's what it was.
It took me 2.5 days to bridge all my funds from Polygon.
Oh, we're losing you, buddy.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's I'm in the same boat as J Crypto, man. Like, if it wasn't for MMF going to Polygon, I wouldn't be messing around on Polygon right now. Yes, I love Matic. Yes, it's the reason I got into CDC. But like, crypto is it's a convoluted journey, man. I'm all over the place. There's no way to tell whether or not I would have gone back to Matic. But like, I'm there now, and I'm making better yields with MMF than I am on Kronos. But like, don't fixate on the TVL. I hate seeing all this FUD about like, oh, it used to be 1 billion and now it's 78 million. That's right. It used to say 1 billion and now it says 78 million. And we can go over to Polygon and say, oh, look, this used to say 0. And now it says what? I don't even fucking know now. 500 million?
8.7, I think, liquidity and in the coin right now.
Is this any better?
The thing is, TVL
Mark,
doesn't really matter because it's inflated, so it's the same thing.
Right, but those
I need
numbers,
everyone to understand.
I look at the right side. I look at the volume. That's what I look at.
It's the amount of individuals.
If they drop one token, it's fine. If they're gonna drop 14 on the other side too, then
Right, and that brings me to this point. That's exactly right. You can't drop a bunch of coins because there's a limit amount of people. The reason why you're seeing a big dip on Kronos is because everybody took their money from Kronos and pushed it over to Polygon. So there's a limited amount of people in a bear market to market these things too. But what do you want to do in a bear market? You want to build the foundation for the next bull market. Everyone just needs to take 3 deep breaths. It's going to get a little bit bigger than what the people can handle right now, but they're in preparation for all of those folks coming later. Just relax. Everything's fine.
We got
buy it up now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm taking my gains from over in MMF Poly and bringing them back into Kronos. So, and I'm sure that there's a lot of people doing that. So, the money's leaving over to Poly now, but when people make money, we know they also like to spend money. NFTs, minting, other coins, new protocols. So, as long as people stay true to Chronos, I think a lot of those gains will flow back into the blockchain in the future, the near future.
Right? Because if we look at the news from crypto this morning, you see crypto.com has really big things going on in South Korea, where they're about to get access to almost 10 million users in South Korea. And we've got news from all these other exchanges that are focusing on these certain demographics around the world. And they're not focusing on the same places, but they are focusing on the unbanked that have access to cell phones. We're talking about the liquidity that needs to come onto these chains from fiat, because that's the big picture goal, right? It's like we've got all these different avenues of transition, and we've got CDC people who bought lions with credit cards, who are just now finding out that Chronos is a completely different thing, right? We've got people on Chronos who learned DeFi recently, who are just now moving to Polygon, and vice versa. And then with all the shit with Solana, like look how similar Solana and Chronos are in terms of like number of protocols, number of users, liquidity, volume, NFTs. Yes, they could both end up being successful.
Right? Let CDC onboard newbies. All of you, you go onboard somebody from another chain that's already familiar with all of this, right? So that's where you're going to increase volume, is getting everybody on every chain.
Do it all. Do it all. Get the guy at the gas station to fucking look into crypto. Every single conversation is important. Fiu, what's up, dude?
Hey, what's up? Do you think this is a good time for an educational spaces section?
Yeah, it depends on the topic.
Yeah, what do you want? I have crypto security. I have differences between crypto.com, org, and Chronos chain. I have proof of stake versus proof of work and merge. What is coming with the merge?
Yeah, let's talk merge.
Merge?
That's what I'm feeling. Because it's very interesting to me how here on Chronos, we're sort of like a little bit of a peek at what proof of stake or proof of authority looks like. Get this cat out of the basement. Elizabeth, you got to be kidding me right now. Serious.
It's always the damn cat, eh?
I'm working on it. Okay, just like
real hard.
Weekends.
Oh my god.
Real hard on a Sunday.
No. Just let it run around. No, it's just dropping ticks all over the house. I love it. Sorry, you guys go.
Yeah, so if it is established, I'm going to talk about merge and how does it relate to Chronos, and how does proof of work relate to proof of stake, and how proof of stake relates to proof of stake authority. POA actually is POS-A, but people say POA because it's shorter. So proof of work is the first concept of viable creation of blockchains. It has been other attempts to create money that is not controlled by a centralized institution or group or company, but it always failed because someone has to keep the ledger in their centralized database, because if you don't, if you like build a payment system like email, when you send email to somebody, you're not actually sending the object, and it is not being received by another computer. You're actually sending a copy of that object in form of text. And when people try to create decentralized money, this problem was perceived as double spending problem. If you're sending something through the internet, you're always sending a copy of it. So when you apply this to money, it's form of an infinite money glitch, right? So proof of work is a solution to that. It works as you, with processing power in the network you have, you are computing to get the chance of creating the next block. And when you create that next block, that block keeps a transaction history inside, and it's a randomized process that what will be the next person who is going to get the chance of creating the next block is not determined. So you cannot arbitrarily change the transaction as you please. And if you do, someone will, the other people in the network is not going to validate it, and you're going to be kicked out from the chain. So proof of work is a solution to double spending problem, but it's kind of wasteful, which I don't mean that Bitcoin should turn into proof of stake. It has its uses, but proof of stake does not require your processing power to be high. That's the core distinction. When proof of stake is almost like same in every other aspect, like it is also prevents double spending but the chance you will get to create the next block is determined by how much Ethereum that you hold. So in proof of work, you need to buy expensive devices with high processing power that eats a lot of energy in terms of electricity. um, for you to mine next block, you need to improve your gear, and that gear spends a lot of electricity. But when it comes to proof of stake, you don't need to buy high output, a high throughput gear that spends a lot of electricity. You just buy some Ethereum that just stays in your wallet, and it determines your voting power in terms of creating the next block. So instead of competing for the processing power that you possess in the network to mine the coins and keep the chain secure, you just hold your coins inside your wallet, and the device that you're using just can be $500 worth of device rather than millions of dollars of worth of devices that is needed in the proof of work to be profitable. So you just keep the coins in your wallet, and you have some storage, so you can store the transactions, which storage is much more cheaper than processing power that you need in proof of work. To exemplify and for you to understand this concept and solidify it is, let's say you need to have, let's say you have 20% of the processing power in Bitcoin that you're mining. So if 20 Bitcoins are being created in a day, you will get 4 of that statistically. It will never be exactly 4, but it will approximate that throughout the chain's lifespan. But when it comes to proof of stake, you just, like, if you hold 20% of the coins in your wallet, this is not like exactly like this. I'm just simplifying it for you to guys have the base understanding of how it works. You just keep like 20% of the coins in your wallet to mine Ethereum, and you get, like, if 20 Ethereum is being created, you get 4 of them just by holding tokens in your wallet rather than having the 20% of the processing power. So the and this implementation actually says like 99%, 99.95% of the electricity power is safe, because we don't actually need to make expensive calculations to keep blockchain alive. That processing power in proof of work is just to, you know, randomize the process. What essentially proof of work does is, when you're trying to mine the next block, you are trying to solve an arbitrary mathematical equation, and that equation can be solved randomly, because it's not a deterministic one. You're just like trying numbers and trying to see if this number meets the next block's key, let's say. So this is a design to randomize the process of who will get to create the next block. So in proof of stake, you still have the randomization process without using huge amounts of processing power and electricity, because that randomization happens through how much coin you hold. Alpha?
Buddy, thank you for all that.
Yeah, do you want to add something to that?
No, I'm carrying on two conversations at the same time. You guys would be amazed at how many things I can do at once. Thank you, babe. The cat is outside. I know you were all very concerned about that.
Well, okay, let me bind this concept with proof of authority that Kronos has. Then I'll end it. So Kronos already has proof of stake, but it also have an additional function, which is proof of stake authority. What I mean by that is, what Ethereum is transitioning into is already in Kronos, but in Kronos, you cannot just plug your device with your Kronos to become a miner. You need to be accepted to the circle. So I'm not sure if there's an exact number of validators, like if there is a, I don't know if there's a cap, but in terms of Binance Smart Chain, like there are only 21 authorized proof of stakers who are mining. Let's say we have 21. Kronos does not have much, as far as I know. It'll probably max like 100 maybe. And in proof of stake, you just take the people or institutions that have influence over the network are chosen to be the ones who will validate the blocks. This brings some centralization, which will not, like this. This feature is not going to be in Ethereum. Anyone will be able to plug and become a validator with their proof of stake, but like proportion they have in the network is matter, of course. But in Kronos, only certain institutions or people or company can become validators, and you can participate in those by delegating your Cro. So why did they choose this? Like, why would you choose to? Why wouldn't you decentralize the process as Ethereum does? Well, when you do just like 21 validators, for example, the transaction speed gets much faster, because you only need to synchronize the 21 devices, other than, currently Ethereum has 400,000 devices.
I don't have an exact number. There are over 20 validators on Kronos at the moment. Yep.
Yeah, but it is a bit problematic because it brings centralization into the network, and like if there are going to be 20 20 people who validates the entire chain, which it is not a big problem at the moment. But when, let's say when you get to the 1 billion people, those validators and with their influence and their power in the community and the network is going to be a problem. Like, it is not that much different than, huge big tech companies, because those people have the ability to fork the chain, kick out applications and that sort of thing. That's also the reason, as you were criticizing, that's why crypto.com is acting like they own the place, because they partially own the place.
Right.
Because
And it's
they have
funny,
chosen
this little dance that we do, right? Because we need crypto.com. We need Chronos to be centralized to some degree, especially in these beginning stages, right?
Yes.
And I just think it's interesting, as humans, we have trouble with this.
Yeah,
from a
diversification.
social perspective.
Yeah, diversification is the key. Yeah, I like Chronos and I am invested in Chronos in terms of attention and money. But you should diversify. If we are talking about multi-chain future, why not learn about Ethereum as well? Why not learn about other chains? I'm not specifically fond of Solana, as you were talking about it, because
Right.
that chain is kind of sucks, because it has gone down more than 5 to 6 times, which never happened in Chronos, as far as I know. Like, if a chain goes down, it's a company. It's not even a company. It's an application like Facebook. Like, the entire promise of the blockchain is its ability to be up 24/7, right? So it
Yeah, I
should
mean,
go
that's
down.
what it makes us look bad. And that's what I really don't enjoy about the Solana experiment, let's say. But those chains that we do want people to look into, I think it's important that we put them out there, right? Like Ethereum, of course, Cosmos, Atom, right? Polygon Matic. Who else do we like?
Cosmo. WeChain, I don't know much about WeChain, but like, there is a community is being formed there. It's not bad. Their community is becoming vibrant, which is a cool aspect, because these networks are all about communities. As you said, like the social the social aspect of cryptocurrencies are much, much, much more than being considered. Like,
Yeah,
we're not.
that's the most interesting thing to me. And in all honesty, I think it's how I stay successful in crypto, even though I'm not a finance guy
Mhm.
or a numbers guy. Is
If
that
you can
I
read,
can go on these feelings.
yeah, you can read the community. Um, you can read the community's polls and make investments according to that and make money, and you can make a lot of money by doing that.
Hey, what's up, ITK?
ITK, what's good?
What's cracking, lads? Just thought I'd just clarify on that for you there. Yeah, there's 26 validators on the Chronos chain itself. 5 of them are owned by Crypto.com, leaving 21 for the community. Now the community, you have to be accepted. It's invitation only. If you run a validator to the Chronos chain itself, you have to be invited to run a validator on that network. The crypto.org chain is totally different. That's it. Sorry.
Oh no, come on, talk to me. This is good stuff.
Yeah, I want to add that crypto.org chain is resembling Ethereum a bit much, because you can just plug in and become a validator. Yeah, that was a good info.
So the two chains, the Chronos chain itself is kind of, I can't remember the exact statistics on it, but it's something like 70% of the network is being secured by the top 6 validators, 5 of which are owned by Crypto.com. In the Crypto.org chain, you've kind of it's gotten to a stage where it's almost buying power is how you get into the top 100. If you're a top 100 validator, you'll receive the rewards of the network. If you're not, you don't. So while we're in a bear market, people can get into validation quite cheap. Once we get to a bull market, the barrier to entry kind of defines itself by the amount of CRO that's locked up within the validator node. So you essentially, with price rises, the door closes just a little bit more every time. It's an interesting way of running things. Ethereum's slightly different in the sense that you're going to have validation pools and that type of thing. We don't have that on crypto.org, but it's something that definitely needs to be looked into, if you ask me.
100%,
conglomerates,
bro.
that type of thing.
I really think that that these DAOs and groups that have been forming on Kronos and talking about validators as a possible option in the future should really double down in this bear market and let's do it.
Alpha.
Yeah, I think if it's not done in a bear market, I think with the next cycle, it's not going to be possible. It's just going to be too much of a US dollar investment, and it's just going to be out of reach for the everyday individual. It's kind of why we started Club Cro.
It's amazing, dude. Club Cro is by far the number one in my head when I'm thinking about these things. Like, Club Cro is up top in terms of like doing the right things on the right track, on the path to having a community validator. And if we keep this path going and we continue to, centralize ourselves, right? Like, we choose to create these DAOs. We choose to pool our money with people that we trust and people that we've, grown really close bonds with over the past 10 months. And I think we are 100% ready to have more validators than crypto.com does as a community. And that shows the strength of this chain.
When you look at it, was a really interesting point. I can't remember who the individual was who asked the questions there over the weekend in the Discord, and they were kind of saying, well, how does the governance work on it, and how does this work on it? And the more and more I thought about it, we're essentially, as individuals investing or delegating to a validator, right? We're giving our power to that validator. So if there's a vote that needs to be done for governance, that validation, the person who's running that validator casts the vote. So if we want to control our own, I'm not going to call it our own chain, it's not ours, but if we want to have a say, there's only one way to do it, and that's through community activity. If I know it's, you look at the top, I think it's the top 9 of the top 11 validators, even on the crypto.org chain. The top 9 out of 11 are owned by crypto.com. There's 2 community validators there. So, they kind of have a license to say we're making changes for the benefit of CDC rather than for the benefit of the community itself. So, Club Cro is just the start. We're hoping to see other people launch similar projects in the future.
Let's keep that same energy, man, because I'm going to say it. I say don't let CDC be your daddy. I've been saying it since November. But I'm going to say this. This is our fucking chain. 100%. All right, 50-50. We'll split it with them. But, like, this is our fucking chain.
50-50 is fine with me, I don't have an issue with that.
we won't it's just 51% them. We promise.
Yeah, the percentage they have is outrageous, from they can implement a change that completely changes the chain. And, we've no fallback. Yeah, you can contact some of the validators, and a lot of them tend to put email addresses in the actual, when you go onto the crypto.org website and you look into who's running the validator and where it is and all of that. A lot of them do seem to put a contact address in there. I've spoken with one of them. I'm sure everybody knows Jerry's Pool. If you don't know Jerry's Pool at this stage, check him out. 0% commissions. The guy's the nicest guy in the world. And he's the only person in the top 10 that is a community owned, community driven. Like, he listens to the community. He's on Twitter. He's on Reddit. If you have a question, you can ask him. He'll answer you. You know, he'll come back straight away. So, I mean, that's the type of individual I think we need to have it on both chains. I believe he's on Kronos chain as well. I'm not 100% sure. They're kind of closed off as to who's doing what there on the Kronos chain for the moment. But like, he's the type of guy we should be, be listening to, given our if you're not going to delegate with the likes of ourselves, delegate with the likes of Jerry. He's a good man.
Jerry's Pool. Hell yeah. Big shout out to Jerry. What about Pickle Rick? Anyone remember him? Is he still around? That was a validator we used to mess with. Maybe just one.
I think he's gone, man. I think
No
he
way.
didn't he. Yeah, I haven't seen him since Jesus. You're going back now.
Yeah, Pickle Rick. I remember that shit. J Crypto, what's good?
I just had a question. I mean, I'm like yourself, Alpha. I'm not a huge numbers guy. I go a little bit more off of the pulse of the community. I mean, I know some numbers. I have great mentors in the space that I kind of follow, and they show you the path. But the question was, in relation to what's the Cro? Does anybody know the exact Cro value that needs to be staked to create a validator node?
Yeah, so in order to create it, you have to self-delegate 50,000 Cro. It's not a US dollar value, so it's linked to Cro. And the actual returns that come off that validator, you have to get into the top 100 in order to earn rewards in the first place. So if you're not at about, I think it's 3.25 million Cro at the moment, to get into the top 100. If you're not getting Cro into that level, you won't be earning rewards. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. You have to get the validator up and running yourself. You have to make the investment yourself, and then you have to, go about being attractive to invest, to attract the Cro to invest in the, or to delegate to your validator. So it's a difficult balance to strike, because obviously validators cost money. They have to be ran all the time.
And then how do you promote yourself? Like, where do you advertise a validator? Like, where? Backpages.com. Like,
yeah. You do see a bit of it in the in the Kronos Discord itself. You do see guys kind of saying, I'm at number 150. Try and bump me or whatever. But yeah, it's been fairly set in stone. There even the bottom validator, what I call it the bottom validator, is still top 100 in the entire network. They've kind of even been cemented in place themselves. Now, in the last 3 months, not even the last 2 months, there's been a huge influx into validators. People are delegating their Cro. They're not selling it. They're staking it for the next bull run, and it's beautiful to see. You can see the kind of, it's almost like a ladder climb of restaking and restaking on a consistent basis, and it just goes to show, people look at CRO and they say, oh, that's kind of a normie coin, but people are acting very responsibly, if you ask me.
This is great news. This is why I love holding these spaces, man. Because, like, I would not hear this stuff. The news is so spread out all over this chain now.
There's just so many things to look at, man. I mean, there's coins pumping, there's coins dumping, there's NFTs jumping. Nobody knows what's going to be the flavor of the month next month, but the facts always remain, and the facts are that you need validators to run networks. So I mean, that when we broke down how we were going to do what we were going to do, it was an easy decision for us. Yeah, we want we want to run an NFT project, but it has to be something to do with securing the network itself, and it has to be something to do with giving a bit of power back to the community.
It's awesome.
Where can people go for more info?
Clubcro.fi.
Yeah.
Let's go.
No, it's all in the Discord, guys. If you join the Discord, search at Club Cro on Twitter. Our Discord is there. I believe our website's there. Our white paper's on the website. We have FAQs in the Discord. I mean, everything's just kind of. We started this project early May, like real early May, and it's kind of just blown up. We didn't really expect the level of attention that we were getting, to be honest. But yeah, everything's available. We're always in the Discord. There's CDN is up here with me. Hello, CDN.
Hey. Yeah, get in the Discord. It's a limited mint with like only 1,500 supply, right? So whitelist is going to be key. Whitelist, no discount, but you are going to get the early access, which is huge. So get in the Discord. Whitelist opportunities available. We got these sick PFPs going. I don't know if you've been popping off on Twitter and watching all those loaded lions in this background. They look sick, and people are requesting. Man, it's like a full-time job. So how about you just take it easy a bit? Give me a break from these PFPs.
Yeah, that's not even fair.
CDN got involved when we were real small, and I don't think he thought we were going to grow to this level of demand at all.
Up like the Godfather, man. I see like
suckered us in with that.
Got a custom. Shut up, Brad. I just let you up here.
Well, it is time to tweet out the room. I tell you what, if you guys tweet out the room, I'll shout out the room. How about that? It's the Coffee Folgers Coffee, extra classicy, extra roasty, instant coffee Cro show. It's the Alpha Dog, Zeus, CDN, Reloaded, not loaded, Reloaded, Lions, Murphy, Voodoo, J Crypto. It's Box down there. Priestley, I don't know you, but I want to. Gem Star, Kazan, my man, what's up, my brother? It's Monday morning. What up, Cro fam? What up? Throw your boy BBC some peace signs.
Yo. Peace signs for Brad. My mom is here. I don't have any pants on.
Why didn't you get off Twitter?
Get out of here.
Hey, Ma.
Hey, Ma.
Luton Fire.
Luton Fire.
Tell him to put his pants on and just get his morning started, Mom.
She's probably just excited because of ship pump over the weekend.
Oh, see? Mars, ship pump, 35% yesterday. Are you buying or what?
No, then it goes down.
Then it goes down. Do you hear her?
Get off the damn thing.
Oh, my God. Stop calling me that. Sorry, guys. I thought she was really going to pump you up this morning. I should put some pants on. That probably put her in a bad mood.
Definitely.
I don't even know why she's here right now. Are you taking my kids? I hope she's taking my kids. It's a beautiful Monday, y'all. This summer just flew right by us. The fair is coming. I hope you guys have a fair where you are. Ours is the best. I'm sure everybody thinks their fair is the best, but this is the Martha's Vineyard Agricultural Fair.
People get shot on my fair in New York.
We got
do like wacky
Ferris
foods
wheels,
out there?
man. We got...
Yo.
You
see that thing on your kid's leg?
Yeah, dude.
Well, what is it?
Over here,
Staph
people
infection?
get robbed and shot.
This is what...
Fair,
Wait, remember I was telling you guys about this. The water is so fucked up on the vineyard, and my kids were at sailing camp. And I think that he got the water in his cut on his leg, like that kid that was tripping. And his... Remember I told you that story?
People fell off the drowned off the Jaws Bridge last night.
Last night?
Drunk.
No.
27. That's
dead?
Steve Mack wrote it.
Dead?
I don't know. They found one body, I think.
Oh, Jesus.
But Spencer, seriously?
What?
All your friends were there. What's up with that?
Well, it's complicated. It's kind of like, crypto. But like pants. Crypto goes up, crypto goes down. Pants go up, pants go down.
Oh, I muted myself. Sorry, Brad. Jimmy's trying to come up here. Hey, Jimmy. I got to get my mom out of here. Because if Jimmy meets my mother, I think Twitter will explode. Who's up here? Reloaded. What's good, baby?
Yeah, I just woke up, man. I was wake up like we had the space for 14 hours, and I just passed out. So just woke up and drinking coffee and listening to Coffee and Cro. Enjoying your program every day, man. What's up with you? How are you doing?
Yo, we have so much cool stuff coming for you guys from the Coffee and Cro team. First and foremost, let's congratulate our 2 winners of the coffee naming contest.
Congratulations. I was just fixing to say, we never talk about coffee. We talk about Cro, but we overlook the coffee portion of Coffee and Cro a lot.
We do not, Brad. We are working in the background all the time on the coffee side. We have not only 2 coffees coming out with the Crypto Coffee Company, Morning Thunder and Jungle Brew. Awesome that we got 2 perfect names and almost, yeah, actually, right? We got a coffee for each show. We've got Morning Thunder and we've got Jungle Brew. So
both of them are straight from the mountains of Ocho Rios.
I wish,
deliciously
but that's
ground.
the other thing I wanted to tell you, Brad, is that we are coffee connoisseurs around here, and that Blue Mountain coffee is no joke. I didn't even used to drink coffee until I had kids, and then I started drinking the Blue Mountain coffee that I was bringing back from Jamaica for my friends that drank coffee that were like, they would not stop asking me.
I am a Cro soldier, okay? And I'm tired of all the chickens.
You sound pretty good, though, Jimmy. You sound like you're on a fucking movie set.
Stop the bus. Hang on, everyone.
Take 2. With more enthusiasm this time.
I'm a Cro soldier?
You're hilarious. I don't even know what I was talking about now. I was on a roll.
The otter stopped you in your tracks.
Coffee.
Talking about
Blue
coffee
Mountain
branding.
Blue Mountain coffee. High caffeine, low acidity, great taste. Buttery. It's like my favorite shit. It's
First off,
high
Blue Mountain coffee's not a real thing. You know that, right?
What?
Yeah, I get my coffee straight from Ethiopia.
Well, Ethiopian beans, Sumatran beans, they're all very popular.
Acidic.
But yeah, and acidic. But like, if you haven't tried Blue Mountain, you haven't lived yet. And what we're working on
what the fuck are you talking about?
A distribution deal so that you guys can pay in Thunder and have Blue Mountain coffee shipped to your home. Compliments of Coffee and Cro. So don't say we ain't doing shit, Brad. Go ahead, Jimmy. Line up the troops.
Well, I would say this about coffee. There are certain producers of coffee around the world. Some I respect. Some I do not respect. And of the beans, I would say my interest lies, and I am partial to, beans that come from northern Thailand. Chiang Mai beans are actually surprisingly good beans. Now, does it mean that all Chiang Mai beans are good beans? No, it does not mean that. However, in terms of cost to flavor ratio, they are very good beans. I myself have a Turkish bean grinder. I grind my own coffee with a 1970s era grinder. And then I have my own Italian coffee machine that does both espressi and cappuccini, which are plural for cappuccino and espresso. I do my Americano only in a special Americano machine, but it uses only Brazilian coffee beans. So I keep them separate.
Fine and good, but let's be honest. You learned every bit of this from otters. The otters are the ones that first developed the technique of using a tool, a pebble. They crack open the coffee bean, grind it, bring it back to the beach, and serve it. Be honest. You got that from Otters.
So I'll say a few things about that. The first thing is that there are coffee cultures out there. There are tea cultures out there, but in terms of the best coffee cultures, Japanese coffee culture is by far the most sophisticated. And I'm always seeking to be a sophisticated person. I'm a sophisticated man in a sophisticated shirt wearing sophisticated jeans. With that being said, I'm all about filtered coffee. I put my own filter in my water supply. A combination of water softener, carbon active neutralizer, and of course, the most important thing, RO expander. And with that being said, when I then filter my water, I put it through a high pressure Japanese steam bath. It goes through a expensive irrigated glass, and from there drips through to make a combination of nitro coffee and cold press coffee in my own kitchen. And from there I add two things. I add natural Himalayan sugar.
Yeah, that was just boring the shit out of me.
Thank you for putting me back to sleep.
I really don't know. Sometimes.
Isn't coffee supposed to wake you up?
Supposed to. You never know what you're gonna get in here. Coffee and Cro is like a box of chocolates.
Are you going with the Morning Thunder?
We're going with Morning Thunder, right?
Morning
No,
Thunder and Jungle Brew, yes.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Morning Thunder.
Morning Thunder is quite on the nose.
Yeah, boy.
Double entendre.
Bro, we had some really good names. We had like at least 20.
Yeah.
Like
now that it's
quality
over,
names.
my favorite was Cup of Crow, right? Your
Cup of Cro
entry
was good,
Cup
man.
of Crow. I like that one.
Jungle Brew. Come on now. Jungle Brew is that's dope.
Jungle Beans was good. Brew, when you have
There was a lot
Jungle
of good
Brew, it depends how you picture it in your head. But sometimes those two words together can make you think of like water with sticks in it. I don't know why. I'm just telling you.
Our British counterparts are a little upset because brew to them refers to tea and not coffee, but I mean it is what it is.
Right.
Maybe we can make them a jungle tea brew or something in the future.
Yeah, we can expand into teas. We have some other greenery that we are trying to figure out how to send to people legally. So, we'll get there.
That's a conundrum. That is a conundrum. How are you going to manage that?
Well, the one thing that we can do is we can send seeds to you. And we can teach you how to grow your own, which is what we do around here. So, we're going to start like that. And hopefully in the future, things will change. Because when I was a kid, they used to pull me out of the car and put handcuffs on me for smelling like weed. So, things do change.
Positioning yourselves for when it becomes legalized, right?
Yes, sir.
Clever. I like it. Where can I buy it?
Well, at islandthunder.io. Holy shit, I didn't put the under maintenance thing up. We have a new website going live. Don't go to islandthunder.io until midnight, let's say.
You're changing it again? What the heck?
Well, you guys should be getting used to this kind of stuff. Mad Meerkat's back up. I just saw that. How jarring is it when you go to a website that you've been going to every day and you get an error?
Man, that was like creepy. Like, what is going on?
It's kind of proof of how early you are when things are changing on the daily.
That's what I like to fall back to,
And now it's back up.
Especially when you just look back a couple of months and think where we were on this chain and how things were operating.
It seems like a long time, doesn't it?
It has been a long time, Brett. And I was trying to remind people the whole time about the Kronos bridge and what an amazing tool it was and how easy they made it for us, and waiving the bridge fees this whole time, like
I got to thinking about the first time I got kicked out of Coffee and Cro.
Hold on, Brad. I was reminding everybody to use this bridge while it's free, because they will take those bridge fees, or they'll take the waiving of the bridge fees away. That was not the right way to say that.
I got a little nostalgic. I mean,
good.
It wasn't a tear or anything, but it made me stop and think.
You haven't even been here that long. Think of the people that were here when we literally started this show in November with 4 people. It was Lowe might have been there, actually.
Kazan was the original getting kicked out guy, and then I took that role over. But Kazan used to get kicked out every day.
Bro,
like
you did not
at least
take
twice.
Kazan's role over. Please slow down.
He's just trying to get kicked out now.
I'm scrolling. I'm trying to see who from the OG crew is here. Kazan is here.
I didn't even get here till January.
I'm saying, man, the crew, I'm looking. I look for them. Wavy's got his own thing going on. But it used to be me, Wavy, Kazan, and Hoddle was there.
It was an amazing transition that Kazan made.
J was around. Jello Mold was definitely around. Steven with the shirt on, he was here. And Chan, definitely.
His shirt off.
Vivid was here. Adam, my guy, Adam was here, and his daughter was doing art with us, bro.
That was back in the day. You had Crypto Slums, KD.
Okay, thank you, Brad. Crypto Slums has disappeared. I've been DMing him. I really hope that it wasn't because he threw all that money at a Bobcat.
He got into this Wildcat miner thing.
Helium. He wanted to be a helium miner. And helium kind of shit the bed. But
does helium actually do anything? Like, is it? I know it's point to point, but
it does. Yes, it's called a proof. It's a proof of coverage network that's run by HNT, and actually Amazon just released late last year that they've been pouring billions of dollars, well, hundreds of millions of dollars into the state tech. So all of your Amazon devices that connect to the internet and communicate with each other have had a piece of hardware built into it. And as of last year, they just turned on Amazon Sidewalk, and you have to go into your Amazon device and opt out of it. So right now, your Ring, your Alexa, they're all using the same exact technology that Helium is using, which is a proof of coverage network. So essentially, it's a unit that broadcasts a radio signal, depending on the size of your antenna, that covers an area, and they communicate with each other. And they also communicate with what are called IoTs, Internet of Things. So these are like dog collars, car trackers. Farmers use them in field to get readings on soil conditions,
Buddha,
that kind of stuff.
You're big into it, aren't you? You're still doing it, right?
Yep. I've been mining helium now for almost a year. And yeah, if you got in like in the last couple of months, it sucked, but my units paid for themselves within the first 3 months, and it's been nothing but profit since.
Yeah, he was on the waiting list to get a Bobcat, not a waiting list, but like there was a backup to get the hardware.
It takes about 3 months because it's ordered directly. Bobcat 300 is ordered directly from the company in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And it takes about 3 months for you to receive your unit. But now they're transitioning into 5G. So now the new Bobcats, they can do both Internet of Things coverage and also 5G cellular coverage. And Helium is selling that coverage to US and worldwide cell phone companies.
To the providers. Yeah.
Yep.
It's super interesting. I'm glad that we're talking about it, because we started by just kind of wondering where Slums had gone. And if I remember correctly, I think he paid for it in like March, or February. So
can you swap Helium to Cro?
That was just bad timing.
Yes, Brad, I do this every week.
Of
So
course
my
you do,
antennas generate money for me, and I take my helium. It's its own blockchain. So when you send it to your crypto.com account, there's a specific address for helium when you're sending from helium to
Oh
helium.
my God.
So
I'm
you send
always
it
the
to
last
your
of the party
crow.com
every
and
time.
you send it to your crow.com account and then you just cash it out to Crow and I throw it into my DeFi wallet and then move it around as I want.
beautiful. And anybody can do this. We're not giving financial or business advice. We told you about the 3-month delay. All this stuff is changing rapidly. You know, like bobcats they're not big, but they're bigger than a bread box, right?
I think they're called
Yeah,
Wildcat
they're
in
they're they're
Kentucky,
pretty
I think.
small units, but they're not the only ones that produce. They're probably the most popular, but they're not the only ones that produce units for the Helium network. There's probably about, I would say, like 8 to 10 different distributors that create these units. So you don't have to buy it directly from Bobcat. There are other ones available. They're just the most popular and the most consistent.
Bro, thank you for all this information.
You
Let's
got a
do.
couple you don't need, right, Vito? I mean,
Hold on,
your
Brad.
boy, you got like 3 or 4 you don't really
Hold
need.
on, Brad.
Yeah.
Nifty's up, and then Joe, and then back to ITK.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Just wanted to thank you guys for participating yesterday and just for coming. Turned out pretty good.
Thanks for having us at your birthday party, homie.
Yeah, no problem.
How many mints did we pop off?
It was, I want to say 40, 50.
50,
Yeah.
50.
50 for Nifty on his fucking birthday. That's how we do it in Crow Fam. Caw-caw.
Yeah. I got all the crows sent out, and I'll have all the NFT projects. I'm getting a hold of all of them too. So that should be sent out hopefully no later than tomorrow to everybody. But all the crow is sent out. So
I want to shout out Bach for coming in there and minting a 10-pack and making my 4-pack look measly. That's my dude. Shout out everybody that came and supported yesterday. Like Joe Q. What it do?
Hey, I did want to give a shout out for everybody that stopped in. We did have 50 Zoo NFTs get minted out yesterday. There was multiple whitelists dropped out there. I believe GDR was throwing out extra things. Lords of Crow was throwing out whitelists. Bach came in and split his entries between 2 separate pools and was trying to get in on the 500 Crow. He missed it, but hey, we all try. He has said that he's going to be using some of those NFTs for giveaways, and he's also going to place some on the floor for people to snatch up. Switching gears. Sorry, can you hear me? Was it my voice or is it the reception?
Yep. Nope, you're good.
Okay.
We got you now.
The steakhouse. If you haven't seasoned, please step in and season. The pollination on the Bloomfi and Murphy, I know you're kind of frustrated with some of the stuff that's going on, but you will not lose any money of your investment. It's just going to switch over from that auto compound straight into your Bloomify. So you're going to be solid, you're going to be
It's the
whole.
way they word it. When you tell
I
me I'm gonna
know.
be locked
I
out of
know.
my funds, like that's jacked up, you know.
Yeah,
Wait, why
they
don't I know?
definitely, because you were not in the Bloom box aspect where Murphy was in the Bloom box. So when they did their calculation on the Bloom box, they were supposed to send everybody a dollar for dollar value in their Bloom box. Well, they messed up and gave everyone a dollar for Nectar, which was a 2.5x, which turned the whole project or that aspect of the project upside down and made it unfeasible.
So they caught it in time before they killed the treasury. They said, hey guys, we're going to make everybody whole. We're going to give you dollar for dollar, and we're going to switch it up and put it over to the BloomFi. Way more information than everybody needs to know right now. I will catch everybody up more on an individual basis. Switching gears again, Alpha. I did a little bit of research. Our planetary orbits started to collide back in December with Daddy G, Rambo, Mother, Wellness. That's when I actually started to come into the Coffee and Cro and or the Alpha influence. By January, I was a regular in your spaces, even if I was just down there listening. And I did see a shout out from Mr. Rambo. He's in the room right now also. The community is the strength. I've been shouting this out way back when Brad kept asking us, so why the hell do I want to have a Thunder coin? Why do I want this? Why should I get this? The utility.
We should talk about it because I actually just explained this to someone in the DMs last night who is a Thunder investor. Right?
We're still discussing it, actually.
Stepping back.
It's a constant discussion. Brad, you're going to want to open your ears on this one. Our current LP tax is at 8%. And between now and November 9th, the taxes are gradually increasing from 8 to 16%. Now, this is due to a number of factors, one of which being people are making enormous gains in the steakhouse, and they're also doing pretty well with the dark crystal nodes. So we want to afford everybody a chance to get in.
And whose idea was the nodes?
In the next couple of weeks, hopefully, because we talk about it almost every day in here, and we've also pretty much coached everybody through how to get your ROI in 7 days. And if everybody just does that and gets that out of the way, then we can move forward with the tax increases and then with the promotion, which we've never done. We've never advertised and we've never promoted Thunder Token. This has been a community project, and it's been an evolution, and the community has been a huge part of the process here. So as the taxes go up, people need to remember that one of the best, Brad, one of the best utilities for Thunder Token long term is the fact that the Thunder Token holders, of which there are only 300 holders, are the whitelisted addresses for tax-free trading. And we're also doing, some cool stuff with Bach. We're going to have tax-free options for you guys, but the tax between Cro and Thunder is going to start increasing. And we're talking about like today. So also, HopSwap is going to be your only destination for Thunder by the same time period, November 9th. And then we've moved to other chains. Hey, pulling a little MMF. ITK, I'm sorry, bro. What's up?
Yeah, man. Just a quick one there for Voodoo on helium. I know I'm kind of going back on the conversation. When I did my research on helium, I was under the impression, now this may have been a miscommunication, but I was under the impression that the devices, the IoT devices that were in the vicinity of the miner weren't actually connecting to the miner, but the miner was recording that the IoT device had entered the coverage of it. Is that true, or does the IoT device actually connect to the router or to the miner?
It does both. So basically, right now, my antenna, the way it mines money for me is two ways. Number one, it communicates with other miners that are in the area and validate its position and its coverage. So that pays me. But let's say a trucking company locally has a bunch of these IoT devices attached to their vehicles to kind of track, like a UPS truck or a FedEx truck, to track the actual location of the trucks physically, kind of like GPS, but much more accurate since it's a closer connection, right? Um, every time that truck with the IoT device crosses by within the range of one of my antennas and it's identified, that confirmation is an additional bonus on my mining. So yes, it does communicate with the IoT device. It then transmit that information through the internet to the blockchain, and it gets confirmed every time that IoT device hits a different antenna. So the network is both on the blockchain and through the proof of coverage network with each other. So they're constantly communicating.
That is super interesting stuff. Especially the fact that you get paid for those interactions.
I was blown away, like when I heard about this network, and it's actually a company out of California, San Francisco, is where they originated, and started looking into the network and how it's built in its future. I was like, this thing's going to be huge. So I bought myself 8 um, uh, IoT devices and just started mining, setting up my own antennas. So I have antennas on roofs all over town. Secondary market antennas and cabling. Those increases the amount that you make, but I make anywhere between $200 to $400 a week off
Hot
of
damn.
about
With how
7
much
miners.
of a
Investment initially,
initial?
each
Yeah.
one was probably, I would say, somewhere in the area about 600 when it's all 650. The miner itself was only about $500, but then I bought second aftermarket antennas and aftermarket cabling that increased my my coverage. So I customized my unit to get the most out of it. So that probably cost me another $150 tops. But like I said, those
Damn,
things are paid
son.
for. Yeah, they're
Buddha's
paid
playing
for a
for
long
keeps,
time.
bro. Buddha's playing for keeps out here. I
Yes,
like
sir.
Voodoo, I'm glad that I know you.
Well, if
Thank
you
you,
ever need
Rav.
to set up a helium miner, I'm your guy.
Fuck yeah, write it down. Rambo and then loaded.
Hey, what's up, man? How's it been? Hey, I got a question. So, I got Thunder token sitting in Chrono Steakhouse. I don't know how it popped up, but it just popped up in my Chrono Steakhouse, and I've been doing the seasoning on it. And I know you're saying that you're raising up the taxes and stuff on that. So, if I'm not technically holding it because it's it's within the Chrono Steakhouse contract, is it still going to recognize my address for the whitelist that you talked about?
Oh, because you're a token holder. Yeah, no, you got nothing to worry about, especially if you're staking. This is really just for the people who have been staking for a while and maybe started out with bigger bags than the rest of us and are sitting on a lot of Thunder right now. We've been seeing some pretty decent cash outs that are getting more and more consistent, and we just can't have people taking out liquidity in that way when we still have so many noobs that are getting into it. So
no. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, that was my son. He gets excited when I say noob.
I got another question too, because I was looking at the liquidity pool and stuff like that, right? Because that's essential for trading, right? To swap from Thunder to whatever currency you're attached to. So I'm guessing with the Dark Crystal partnership, the nodes is it paired with another token?
So the nodes with Dark Crystal are Dark Crystal and Thunder in an LP pair. And that's what you get rewarded in as well. So it's about $17 worth. I think right now we started out at like 15 2 weeks ago. And you're getting 1.8% I think right now daily, and you're getting that back in Thunder Dark Crystal LP. And I've been loving it so far. The liquidity has been growing pretty steadily in Thunder Dark Crystal, and all of these pools are not just, you know, not just making it easier for us to trade these tokens, but really tying these projects together for the future. And I'm loving Dark Crystal on MMF. I buy and sell Dark Crystal on MMF all the time. Of course, I buy it when it's under peg, and I sell it when it's over, because that is... Okay, it's out for delivery. What, you think it's going to get here today?
Yeah.
You want to bet on it?
I'm a big APR advocate. Like, I love yield, right? Like, that's my investment game when it comes to DeFi. So I know you're saying that the only platform you can get a hop token, or I'm not sorry, Thunder token is via hop swap. So I guess my question is the Dark Crystal Thunder LP, is that with MMF or is that with hop swap?
It's with hop swap. So you have to make the LP. That's a great question. The Thunder Dark Crystal node is made out of hop swap LP tokens. So those are Thunder Dark Crystal LP tokens from HopSwap specifically. And this can be confusing in the beginning while we're building up that Dark Crystal liquidity on HopSwap, because most of us are doing what I was just saying and buying it on MMF to pair it with Thunder on HopSwap. Hopefully the listeners are understanding all of this, because some of it is a little more intermediate for sure. But big picture, we just want all of you to understand that, like, you can buy Thunder on HopSwap. You can also buy it on Crodex. You could try to buy it on MMF. It's a little difficult to find the right pair to take it out of. But like, all of this is the beginning stages of the liquidity that people are going to trade on for the foreseeable future. So all these things that we're talking about, like buying Blue Mountain coffee with Thunder, or concert tickets, or anything, right? That is liquidity that we are providing now for future trading. What's the word? Like, inevitably, it's just perpetually. This is your microtransaction fees for the next whatever. You know what I'm saying? Loaded, what's up?
Hey, what's up, y'all? Good morning. I'm just having a little issue here with the grill. Well, on the good news, I think I am one of the cats that got my initial investment back. I started it about a week ago. Did the seasoning thing for 4 days, let it ride for 3 days, kind of thing or whatever, and now I'm chilling on about like 2,300 Thunder or so. I think the next step was to like serve dinner or something, and I'm not. Well, I had two questions. I wanted to know what that meant, and then I'm getting an RPC error when I press it, so I wasn't sure what that meant.
Great questions. So
I got that, boss. So you're getting the RPC error because you probably haven't reached your 7 days exactly, right? But so just keep trying to serve and don't season. Check back every few hours. But serving dinner means claiming. So you're just going to claim that. Serve means claim. Season means compound. I hate that they got to do these little names, but they're trying to gamify it, and that's what they're doing. But yeah, it's claim and compound.
Cool.
There's also a lot coming, right? The steakhouse hasn't made any changes in the past week and a half, 2 weeks, and they've notified us that there's a big one coming. There's 4
We got a
new
new
grills.
DAO vote out.
Yeah, the DAO vote was exciting. I did that last night. And it's interesting to see, right? The distribution of the steakhouse NFTs right now. I'm still sitting on 5, and someone's got 10. But the rest of the votes are all 2, and I like that. I like that we got a lot of people out there with 2 steakhouse tokens making those votes and steering this ship, bro.
And I don't know if you noticed, but if you have more than one, you can actually split your vote. You can vote for one, and then you can go and vote for something else. You can use, your votes individually. So if you had 10, you could put 5 votes on the other or something.
Yeah, man. Do we want to talk about the Dow vote, or is that really just like steakhouse specific?
It would matter. I mean, it's you have to hold the vote.
Oh, Jesus, Murph.
Excuse me. Did you say 2,300 Thunder? Holy
Yes,
mackerel.
sir.
New best
Holy
friend.
mackerel. What's up, CDM?
Hey, the steakhouse, they have a Cro lottery, don't they? The Kronos
Yeah, they have a
lottery
Cro
system?
lottery grill. Mm-hmm.
And how does that work?
It's really interesting. So every week, they give out 10% of the staked pool to one person that's staked in the pool. The Cro, it's less of a APR. It's up to 5% daily in the Cro lottery grill, and there's higher taxes. But I keep a little bit of Cro in there just in case I get lucky someday. I don't know.
Do you see a place where Club Cro could have some of the rewards in there as part of the lottery?
Definitely.
I've been trying to contact MasterChef.
Yeah, dude, the more that we tie these projects together, like I was just saying, right? Like the way Dark Crystal has brought so many projects together, the way the Steakhouse has brought, I like their choices. They've got MMF, they've got Thunder, and they're bringing in 4 new ones. And I can't help but think that they're going to be 4 of our fucking best friends on Kronos.
Amazing. Yo, how big's your steak?
Oh, it's big. Fucking yo. There's 2, like there's a steak that's in the deployer wallet that's just ridiculously large, and then I've got like a 10 ounce or something.
Yo, Alpha, I got a dip, man. I gotta buy my son's first birthday present. So currently walking around the toy store, but I gotta dip out. I just didn't want to jump out unannounced. Just want to say I've pinned the Club Cro Discord to the top there on the jumbo drop. So look, thanks for having me, man. Appreciate you letting me up to speak.
Bro, thank you. Thanks for being up here. Thanks for being a part of this conversation this morning, and congrats to you and your son. Happy first birthday. These are the best years, man. I remember when my kids were little. They were so much cuter. And they didn't talk shit to me. Oh my god. Murphy, what's up, dude? Oh, I forgot you rugged.
Yeah,
you rugged
it's
hard.
better.
A little bit.
I just wanted to. So I see Chan down there, and I think I won against Texas while I was trolling the Lions yesterday.
Texas is another one goes way back. Coffee and Cro.
Yep. Texas was here day 1, but he didn't like me very much. Now he does. He didn't used to. I was a smart ass little chimp back then. Joe Q, what it do?
Hey, I was gonna say, Alpha, on the kids thing. It's a saying, and it is so true. You spend the first 18 months trying to teach your kids talk and talk, but then you spend the next 18 years trying to get them to sit down and shut the hell up. Just saying. I hope that brought
Truer words
a
have rarely been spoken.
I hope that brought a smile to a couple people's faces, and I'm sure there's one or two people that put the look of horror or shock on their face. Sorry, guys, it's reality. And one of the best things about being a grandparent, pump them up with sugar, get them all wound up, send them to hell home. Here you go, your problem, not mine. I'm going to bed. Peace.
This is so true. And they don't tell you any of this. It just happens to you. They call it life. But Joe's dropping gems on y'all. We make mistakes in life, in DeFi, in general. The difference is we come up here and we lay it out on the table for you so that you don't fuck up like we did. And I hope it's working. It seems like it's working. We got 66 people in here. And we didn't even say tweet out the room. It's almost 10:30. So, I don't know. If y'all got something to tell the community, hit that mic button. Don't be scared.
I do have to say, Alpha, I shouted it out for the first 3 months from January to March about getting diversified, find some layer ones, grab them, stack them, hang on to them, and just leave them the hell alone. I watched my stack of L1s go from 20, 30,000 down to 4, 5,000. I went back and looked at my kind of bankroll wallet, the one that I don't really do anything with. I just stack my L1s. I'm up to almost 7,000 in the one wallet, 3,000 in another wallet, 2,000 in another wallet. So out of my 30, 40,000, I'm back up to almost 20. Little by little, guys, we're coming back.
Right?
Hopefully you grab some of those L1s.
I'm actually broadening my horizons these days and buying up more tokens that I think are going to do really well in the next year. Because if you looked at the charts, hold on, it's 10:30, so we can run it here. Yeah, these are CDC numbers, so they're slightly inflated, but Shiba is still up, and everything else is down. Who's in the winners here? IoTex. Interesting, right? We were just talking about the Internet of Things. Faro Protocol is up, and so is Tectonic. These are both CDC-backed Kronos protocols. So that's interesting. And I told you guys, I pulled my 3 winners this morning on CDC. That was Gitcoin, Shiba, and Dogelon. I swapped them for Matic at 96 cents, AVAX at 28, and MMF at 0.043, down 25% from yesterday. So yes, the majority of that went straight into MMF, but they got limits on how much I can buy over there. So a lot of that went to DeFi. I pulled some Bitcoin in DeFi. I pulled some, yeah, fuck, man. I still got more to do. Huddle, what's up?
While we're on the conversation of, paying attention to different things, different tokens of that nature, and talking about what's down and what's up, and where we can aim from here. If Wax P isn't on your list, if Gala isn't on your list, you should put those on there now. Look at their all-time highs. Look at what they've built. Look at where they're going. That's one token that I don't mind just holding. I don't intend to farm it. I just hang out on them when I normally do. I literally I forget exactly, but it was more than pretty much a 5x last time I took those tokens on, and they allowed me to get into this ecosystem greatly when I took my plunge. So yeah.
Well, we are thankful for that, dude, because we are grateful that you're here.
Me too. I'm happy I
Not
met all
just because
y'all,
you're
man.
a fucking masshole like me.
Yeah, we
Yay,
are.
we're
Hell yeah,
assholes.
we are.
Did you hear my kid?
That's right, we are. Yeah, man.
He's so excited. Oh, man.
Keep that energy.
So what do you think, you guys? Should we run this until 11?
Might as well. I just got into the speaker box.
Yeah, let's do that. We're here for another half hour, everybody. It's Monday morning with the massholes. Levi, Alpha, and Huddle. Come get some. Kronos fan is up here. What's up, baby?
What up, Alpha? Yeah, I was gonna say, damn, bro, it's all good.
You almost count. You're on the outskirts, so you almost count. You almost count.
Whoa.
Yeah, you're almost there.
Hey, man.
You know what I mean? Hey, what do
I
they call
got
Connecticut
shit-faced
drivers?
mouse
Because I
coming
gotta
down.
go. I gotta start going by that soon. What do they call you guys down there? Crackheads?
They call us careful.
Oh, damn, that's horrible. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I learned. It took me a little while. I've been here almost. I've lived here 16 years, bro.
I can't believe none of y'all made it out to the vineyard yesterday. I was surprised.
What happened to the vineyard?
Slim Lion came all the way out here just to give Levi a Christmas present.
See, here's
Listen,
the
bro,
thing,
you
man.
didn't make it to breakfast either.
Listen, if
So-
you give us more than an hour notice, most people can probably make it. But the thing about it is our private jet broke down last week. You know what I mean? So I can't just make it to the vineyard whenever I feel like it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry.
Chopper.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm gonna get y'all here.
I'm looking to get you out of there. Let's all meet up, man. I'm signing on the house this week, so we'll be closing and moving by next week, and then hopefully 6 weeks out, I'd like to get a bunch of Crow fam together. You know what I mean?
6 weeks from now.
Roughly.
September,
That's my
October.
goal.
Hey, roughly 6 weeks from now, roughly 7 or 8 weeks from now, we're gonna be in Richmond, Virginia.
Okay.
At the Jesse Smith Carcaeus / Crow Fam Tattoo / NFT Festival, man. It's gonna be sick.
That reminds me, Comic-Con hasn't even written me back. I wrote them 3 messages so far. They haven't written me back.
Oh, we gonna get them. Comic-Con doesn't even know how much they want us.
We should all go to Salem for Halloween.
Oh, you guys want to know a fun fact? Do you know why windows on houses are sideways, as in slanted with the direction of the roof in New England? Come on, we got some New England people up here.
Off of it?
For the snow?
Nope, it's window. Think about the window. The window is pitched, crooked, with the slant of the roof. Does anybody know why? In New England, it's a specific New England thing.
The wind?
So witches can't fly through your house.
Oh, God.
No
True
shit.
story, dude. Look it up. It's a fact.
Oh my God, we are so fucking lame with that witch stuff.
Hey, listen. It gives us something to talk about. It just gave me 3 minutes of conversation.
This is true.
Going.
Do people think witches can't advance their technology just like humans?
No, they think witches can't lean sideways. It's impossible. They'll fall off the broom.
But I'll tell you, Salem is amazing. Amazing during Halloween, dude. It's like a festival unlike anything I've ever seen. Especially after hours. Like when the little kiddies go to bed, it gets weird. Just get your cameras out. It's like pastors trying to fight goth kids. I'm about it.
Dude, if I go to Salem, I'm doing this thing. They have the underground tunnel where the witches would escape. You know, the witches that were being persecuted, where it would escape, and it goes under the city of Salem and allows you to get out in the outskirts. And there's a private tour that happens. I think once or twice a week.
So the witches that could fly on brooms are deciding to walk underground.
I know, dude. Isn't it crazy? I think it's because they didn't want to get shot with like arrows and stuff. Huzzah! You know, like
those are the half breeds.
That's fair. Especially the flaming arrows, like with a broomstick. Trouble.
Exactly, dude. I don't think it would have worked out that great.
My broom's not working. Oh shit, man.
No more high-ho silver.
You know what? I've never been to Salem on Halloween.
Oh, that's amazing. I have videos of my buddies heckling street pastors, telling everybody they're going to hell. I'm not sure if they're paid actors or if they're real.
Oh, those are paid actors, dude. Those are so fun. I love. Oh, dude. Some of the things you see there, dude.
We got to be there this year. We got to be there, and we got to make a scene because it can make national news, and national news sometimes becomes global news.
All right, I'll make a deal with you, Alpha. You pay for my costume, and I'll wear it.
Deal. That was quick.
What's your costume?
It's about $1,900.
All right. Do they take Thunder? Joe Q, what it do?
Hey, you guys were talking about the hauntings and so forth. I do believe Salem, Massachusetts does have a fairly good reputation for haunting. But if you want to go to a place that has one of the highest ratings and rankings for hauntings, you want to go down to New Orleans and be down there for Halloween. You guys talk and joke about some of these things, but just saying, there have been many skeptics that have become true believers after taking a couple walks in New Orleans, especially through the graveyards around All Hallows Eve. Just saying.
I'd rather not.
Yeah,
there is actually where my wife, it is an old hospital / retirement home, nursing home kind of thing. And there are, call me crazy, I don't care, there are some
You're crazy.
entities. There are some entities that still reside at this location and make themselves known. There are some ambivalent entities, and there are some very negative entities. And it's actually on the Ghost Hunters and a couple other places, some of the TV shows that they've done, where they've gone in and they've actually recorded some of these things happening. And I know a lot of you guys are going to say, yeah, boo-hoo, boo-hoo, it's all tricks, it's all cameras, it's all the sound crew or whatever. Come on, I'll take you up here, I'll run you for a tour. We'll drop down in the basement. We'll see what you think.
I'm right behind it.
You are a liar. I know that for a fact. I do not believe you in one heartbeat would walk through this area with me.
It depends how much weed you have, to be honest.
Seriously.
Actually, that is probably the worst thing that you can do because you are opening yourself to the full spectrum of energies.
Yo,
hey man, I didn't say take acid. I wasn't dropping tabs, bro. I'm just smoking joints.
You don't need to walk through a graveyard. Just get some dirty acid. You're set for the rest of your life.
Bro,
that's what I was just thinking.
If I have enough weed to smoke, I'll pretty much go anywhere.
Right, especially if I'm not paying for it. If somebody else is paying for it, I'm pretty much there.
Dude,
I will have the camera and I will post the video of Alpha crying. You guys will all laugh. Just
saying. Money where your mouth is, buddy.
Get out here. Come on. Get out here.
I'd be down to go with you. I've been on the Queen Mary. I've been to the Amityville house. And I've been to Salem, Massachusetts, but I've never seen anything yet. Honestly, but I never went to the Winchester Mansion. I'd like to go there.
I got some spooky stories like this, man. It's some real weird ghost stories since I was a kid, bro. Like, not even lying, man. It's some weird ass shit. Yeah, man, this is crazy. But I would love to go to like some crazy freaked out haunted houses and stuff like that, man, for sure, bro. Because I walk down a haunted street every day when I go down East Hastings and you see all the zombies down the street, bro. It's a monster mash or whatever that song's called.
It was all
Hey man, in Boston we got something like that too. It's called the Methadone Mile.
Yeah,
oh really, bro? That's probably just like how Skid Row is out here.
Oh,
man.
dude, it's literally called it's called the Methadone Mile because it's literally this 1 mile strip where that's all you see.
To get their methadone every week.
No, they already left. They already left the methadone clinic. They're already all fucked up, bro. You know what I mean?
Dude, when I was growing up, that was called the AA mile because every other building there was meetings, and that's why I was there. Was because I was a little druggy kid. But
it's anonymous for a reason. That big guy, you didn't have to tell us.
Oh, you guys don't know who I am.
Look, I'm not just a member,
you overcame
okay?
it.
I'm also the president. I'm trying to get Priestley up here though. Crover, I brought you up here because I wanted to tell you something, dude. I got a package yesterday, and it was from Leroy motherfucking Jenkins, dude. And it was the Jordan 11s I've been telling you about, the Animal Instincts. And I've got the matching threes. I got the matching threes right here.
Yes.
And
my favorite 11 are the Gamma Blues, bro. That's my favorite Jordan 11 ever.
Those are clean.
It's like one of my favorite shoes ever, actually. Yes, I know.
But here's the exciting part. Our inaugural Cro Kicks Cro Fam giveaway is for one lucky person that wears an 11.5 to get both pairs of Jordans.
Oh, that's so sick.
Dude, I want you to help me do it.
Just saying.
I'll help for sure, bro. Fuck yeah.
All right.
Hey, your boy's an 11.5 over here.
Shut up.
Hey, bro, I swear.
Or 12.
Or 12.
Y'all better be holding them Thunder tokens. We're about to drop fucking Jordans from the sky. Literally. Why can't I get Priestley up here? What is going on? Cronus fan, what's up?
Hey, I found weird looking NFT project, dude. I wanted to post it up and get your thoughts on it.
Is it up there?
No, not yet. I'll do it now. It's called Balloon Town. And bro, they're minting at 0.1 ETH, and they minted 1/5 out in 24 hours.
Like at 0.1?
At 0.1 ETH, with ETH pumping. So, you guys want to see how to display and advertise an NFT project? This is it. I don't think they'll sell out, but if they do,
you got to check the wallets too, man, because we were talking about this the other day with Watcher. He was really breaking it down for us how the scripts that they're running now are really hard to trace because they've got this whole system where the deployer wallet spawns multiple wallets with 0.1 ETH in them that then mint the project. And you can barely tell.
It's tricky.
You can barely tell when projects are minting themselves these days.
That's a tricky thing.
Well, that's what I've been looking for. And it's important to check to see if there's a retracement and where the volume activity comes from. Because I'm pretty sure that's what the Goblins did. Like, they tricked everybody. But they also whitelisted half of Bored Ape Yacht Club. You know? I think they oversold the whitelist. The same with the Potatoes and some other projects. Just targeting well-to-do projects with diamond hands.
And look, they will be studying this years from now, right? But we are in the middle of it and are still afforded the ability to look back and see what these people did weeks, months ago, and either learn from it or do it better, man. Because like that's the name of the game around here.
Dude, they got a soundtrack for this NFT too.
That's what I'm on. Like the next NFT you see coming out of the jungle has a backing track. I mean, you've heard the music already too. Like, I've got the music, I've got the art. I just have to put them together. I'll get there. I swear to God. Priestley, what's up?
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Morning.
Okay, great. What would you guys like to know about witches? New Orleans witches, to be specific. I love being down there at Halloween. They have a huge festival. Am I still here?
Yeah, you're here.
Okay. I'm using a Bluetooth. I'm driving, so I pulled over to take a break. Because never fly southwest. you'll get your luggage will get lost, and then I'll have to pay somebody to go to the airport and pick it up. And I live at the airport.
Oh my God! I will say it again for the people in the back. Don't fly Southwest. Or if you do, just carry everything in your hands.
Yeah, I'm serious. They are just so busy. I live near the airport, and they pay $20 to $30 per trip for somebody to come up there and pick up the luggage and take it somewhere. I try to stay within my boundaries because sometimes they don't like to pay right. So, yeah, I mean, it's good. I can make anywhere from $100 to $200 a day. That's why what I've been doing lately when I'm listening is driving, making deliveries. But witches, anything you want to know, I can tell you. My father's side of the family, they're voodoo priestess, and my mother's side of the family were gypsies.
Well, I got some witch trivia. I got a little bit of knowledge on this. Real quick, what's the number one way that they used to get rid of witches? Execute them.
Fire.
Drowning.
Wrong. Number one way that they used to get rid of witches is they'd place a door over the witch and they'd crush them with large boulders.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I knew this one.
Yeah, that's hundreds of historical.
I don't think that's the number one way in New England, though. I think I was thinking of New England.
In New England, there's only 13 recorded. I mean, not saying that they recorded all of them. Yeah.
Yeah. There's not a lot, but most of them were burnt.
You really can't get rid of a witch.
Little tiny pebbles.
Her unless you burn her body, you can't get rid of her.
Exactly, and that's what they believed in New England. That's why they would attach them all to a cross and they would burn them at the stake.
I believe one of the first published books in New England was How to Get Rid of and Spot Witches.
One of the main ways was to ask them a math question. If they answered it, they were a witch. If they couldn't answer it, they were stupid.
Oh my God, is that in the book?
No, but that's one of the fun facts that I know of about witches, just because I just know fun facts.
I was doing the Monty Python bit because I think they did the witches the best. I mean,
the best.
I haven't seen Monty Python. Sorry, Priestley, come back. You got that Bluetooth muffle.
Oh, the best witches are Italian.
Which witch is best, though, right? That's the real question. Which witch is the witch that I'm looking for, right?
The Stegas are the best witches in the world because witchcraft was created by the Catholic Church. The priests decided that they didn't want the women practicing what they practiced. So they made any woman who was practicing the same rituals that the priest was practicing, they called them witches.
Doesn't it go before the churches, though? I'm pretty sure a lot of that stuff goes like long before churches in other countries where there are no Catholic churches. So that's completely out of this world. But like,
well, Shakers as well. We have, if you look at New England, especially the settlers who came over and the Shakers who were seed preservers were looked at as witches as well sometimes, and they had to continue moving like gypsies.
A lot of druids and shit from ancient days, man. Like this leads back way, way, way deep, man. It's a crazy thing.
Those are witches. Those are witches. There's a huge difference between what the pagan.
What I'm saying is I don't think the Catholic Church created the magic that they're all studying. I think it came way before that.
I'm not saying the magic, not the magic.
Old texts and scriptures and stuff. There's some cool books like the Emerald Tablet. There's some deep demonic ones too if you want to get into the dark magic. That's my favorite. But
the darkest magic book I've ever seen was a little book that looks like a children's book, and it said spells. It was just a black cover, but when you opened it, it felt like 1,000 little bugs crawling all over your face, bro. And then like all the words melted on the page. I chalked it up to dirty acid, though.
What was that movie when we were kids about the book, and it you know, it was funny, but it was scary, and the book
Evil Dead.
Dark Army.
Evil Dead. Thank you.
Yes,
That's all
Evil
I had
Dead.
to say. Thank you. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Dark Army is the sequel.
Those were the best.
The remake was real creepy too.
It's true that there was magic before that. The title of which came
I watched those when I was too young to get the humor and thought that they were just horror movies.
Yeah, precisely. You're right. The terminology probably for the witch probably came from them just being shook of what they were looking at.
Right, and it's so because we definitely know that the Magi were there when Jesus was born.
I love that stuff, man. That stuff's so interesting. Like a lot of that stuff. It's pretty wicked.
Yeah.
My wife tells my kids that she is Wiccan.
I'm a Jew.
I'm a Jew too, man. I don't know what that makes my kids. I really don't.
Oh boy.
But I pretend I'm not. I'm Jew in name only.
Wiccan?
Yeah, she's always telling my kids that she's a pagan witch, and they eat it up, and I'm just like, go ahead, babe. What she's really trying to say is she's a hippie, you know? Some people mix up hippie and Wiccan.
Bro, I was coming home yesterday from work and I was driving down the street and I saw an old lady and she was just sitting there with like this weird like cup of something, like throwing the aroma in the air with some like smoke blowing up behind her, and she had one of those circles with stars in it, and I was like, that lady's a witch for sure, bro. And I just was like, oh, that's so cool. But it's funny how you guys started talking about this today, and I literally seen that yesterday. It's wild, man. I wish I was something like that, man. Fuck yeah. I mean, you could probably learn a lot of it and like teach yourself many of it, but to the
Bro, but you
extent that
notice
they
we've
ask
been
you to
hanging
go
out
to,
long enough that like we're literally just one collective unconscious at this point.
I think because we don't use most of our brain and our consciousness, and so much more is to be tapped and in tuned with. And if you know how to get in tune with that, it's like the whole like sleep paralysis and like, the out of body experiences, like shit like that, bro. Like, have you ever had something like that? It is just, you can't explain it. And it's just like, if you could do that, what else can you do? There's a lot of things these
When
bodies
I
of
first started hanging out with you guys and we were doing it like 24 hours a day, I had the strangest experience. And then I tried to explain it to Kazan live in here the next morning. And it was like, it was so trippy. But I had this like moment when I had I put Twitter down and I tried to close my eyes, and I was like still communicating with Kazan, but he was a neon butterfly that was like floating over my ear while I was trying to sleep. It was very strange.
That would make a beautiful NFT.
He's laughing. You remember that, Kazan? That was the craziest shit.
Butterflies represent transformation.
Weed represents making money. It's 10,001 Dreams Interpreted.
Right. We transform whatever we do into money.
Oh my God, I transform weed into money all the time. That was before NFTs.
Alpha, this is a recorded space.
It's legal.
Before NFTs.
My goodness, man. My goodness.
No incrimination.
Hey, we've got like 5 minutes left up here, y'all. So if you got something super important, you better hit that mic button. I see Wavy down there. I know he's got important stuff.
I got him to come up and talk the other day.
I'm gonna head out. I wanted to thank you for your consistency here again, and let me speak yet again. I hope you guys all have a great day, man.
Appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna keep firing up these spaces and just hoping you motherfuckers show up every day.
I need a favor. On the app, the DeFi app today, Kronos, they have a DeFi swap. I didn't have time to look at it. I need somebody to go look at it and tell me what it's all about.
Yeah, I need somebody to use it and let me know how it goes, because I've been trying. I tried the first day they dropped it in there, and it actually wasn't operational. That was weird. And I haven't been back since. But it's multi-chain, isn't it? It's a multi-chain swap.
Which one is it?
It's the DeFi swap.
It's the DeFi swap. It looks a
Oh.
lot like what it used to be when it was a tab at the bottom, but now it's a DApp in the menu, and there's a lot of options, and I think it's looking like CDC wants a piece of this trading volume. They see what MMF did. They're coming for it, but again, we have to give it to them. This is our chain. We decided that 2.5 hours ago. 50-50. That's what we said. Go ahead, CDN.
Thank you. I'm popping off. Thank you for the space again. I'm going to pin something up top. Please stop posting those loaded line pictures to give me a break. I really could use a little work time. So give me a break there, everyone. Join Club Crow. And if you don't know, the Looney Corns and the Lost Toys, they have a space coming up with 21 million, the Lost in Space. That's and I think right as soon as you close this down, if you guys want to check that out.
Perfect timing. I keep saying we're gonna have a schedule like drawn up and looking pretty, but until we do, we're just gonna keep telling you what's up next. And yeah, dude. CDN,
Hey, Alpha,
being here this whole time, man.
I think Chronos News or one of those platforms that started one.
Started a space?
Like schedules. No.
Oh, a schedule. Chronos News. All right, I'll get in touch with them. Yeah, because we're trying to make like a nice graphic of the shows that are going to be here week after week.
Well, let me know when you get that going. Because our show is on Saturdays now, Saturday mornings, 11 Pacific.
Dope. Chronos. Yeah, man. 2-minute warning. Chronos primate business. I heard y'all drop something big.
Oh, just working over here.
What's that all about?
We're releasing the first ever that I know of anyways. You can change your own character. So you'll be able to go in and then, different traits, whatever you want to look like. So we'll release different traits. There'll be 4 different characters. So when you mint one, like I said, right, you'll go in there if you want to look whatever, depending on the traits, like I said, you can look like a pirate one day, whatever the fuck the next day. And we integrated the ants, a few other projects every day going to be announcing. I don't want to just, bombard them all, but any project listening, man, we'd love to integrate you into Crotopia. So give me a shout.
That's dope, dude. Can you tell us real quick what it is that you guys are doing differently? That I'm being loud, you're being loud, dude. Oh, I don't have
differently from what, like Chronos verse, or I don't. Who are we being compared to? Yes, is a question.
Just like what it is that you're doing different that lets people finally switch when that was like an issue, I guess, before for other.
Switch. I'm still
like there was a skeleton thing, something about like you had to have a skeleton to.
Nah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, it's a fucking technical thing with Unreal Engine. All right,
This is what's going to happen, okay? You're going to mint your character, okay? When you go in, and I'll pin it to the top, and I have tweeted it before. It's in my thing if you go through. Once you connect your MetaMask to Unity, your character, it's like Fortnite. Once you log into Fortnite, right, you can pick your skins and whatever. So the first thing that we're doing is going to be 4 different characters. So when you mint one, you'll get 4 different characters. They're going to come with traits, right? As we integrate different projects and different things, maybe the Lost Toys or Troopers or whoever it is, right? They'll have their own characters inside. So they could walk around and represent their own community, right? It's for everyone. As much as the primates were starting it, like Crotopia is for everyone. Like we want to have a good entry point, and it's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be like GTA style. It's just gonna keep growing and building. The reason other metaverses fail, there's no reason to get in there. So if we keep having reasons to go in, hopefully it'll work, right?
Yeah, definitely. Barrier to entry, right? So if you're saying we got to mint something to get into Crotopia, where do we do that?
Yeah, it's not out yet. Well,
All
there'll be
right.
there'll
You
be like
keep
a
us
dummy
up to date,
character.
bro.
Yeah. This is we're just working, right?
Keep
And it's
me up to
transparent.
date,
So
and I
we
feel
show
like
it
I
to
need to
everyone.
apologize. I only got kicked out once today.
That was pretty good for you.
Going on, I tried.
Here, we'll do. There you go. Now it's twice. Don't forget, everybody. Drink some water. Brush your teeth. Own them keys. Own that crypto. Let's go. Nah, seriously though. This is DeFi. Don't ever forget that shit. Please don't tell your seed phrase to anybody. That is ridiculous. Write it down. Laminate it. Put it somewhere safe. Now you can onboard someone. Do it nicely. Kiss your loved ones. And we will be right back here at 420. Don't forget to roll a fatty. Thanks for being here, everybody. Cro fan for life. Bye.